Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2022 USCHA Scholarship webinar. Next. My name is Shante Gray. I am the Senior Registrar and Meeting Planner here at Mbac. I would like to introduce you to the rest of our hosts for today. We first have Damian, Cabrera, Candelaria, and I might have butchered that, but I'm sorry. He'll be going over the 50+ scholarship. We have Darnell Green, our social media coordinator, who will be going over the social media scholarship application. And then we have Gabriella Spencer, the associate program manager, who will be going over the HIV Youth Vive initiative. All right, so let's get started. So here's the most important thing that you would need to know about this scholarship. One, the conference is in Puerto Rico. If you don't know, get excited. It's in Puerto Rico. Also, the conference is October the 8th through the 11th. Just to make sure you had that down, that you spoke with your supervisor, that you can definitely take off those time. Also, it starts during the weekend. The submission deadline for the scholarship application is June the 3rd. I know I say this all the time about deadlines. We cannot extend deadlines. We cannot accept anything after the deadlines. The deadline is June the 3rd, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for all the applications. Next. So I want to get a little bit into what each scholarship entail. We will have each program manager to go into a little bit more detail about the scholarships, but I kind of want to give a good overview of all the scholarships. So it's option A, which is registration only. It doesn't come with anything else but complimentary registration. Option B is USCHA registration. It's 2 nights at the hotel. And please note, it's 2 nights. That means that you will have to pay to extend your stay for the entire conference. Also, you will get a per diem with this award. Next, we have our HIV 50+, which is 1 USCHA registration, 4 nights at the conference hotel, round trip transportation, also a per diem stipend. Then we have social media, which is 1 USCHA registration, 4 nights at the conference hotel, and round trip transportation. Last but not least, we have the Vive Youth Initiative, and the ages are 18 to 25, not 26, not 17, 18 to 25. What comes with that is 1 USCHA registration, 4 nights at the conference hotel, round trip transportation, and a per diem stipend. Next. So let's go over the option A and option B scholarship. Next. So this option A and option B are our general scholarships. They are not associated to any program. That means you can be anybody from community, a worker, social worker, anyone. This is open to everyone. There's no criteria for this. It's just a general scholarship. I run the whole scholarship process, but I also run the option A and option B scholarship. Once again, it comes with option A, registration only. Option B, registration, 2 nights at the host hotel, which mean you would check in on October the 7th and check out on October the 9th. If you would like to extend your stay, you will be responsible for any payment to extend your stay at that hotel. Their per diem stipend is $100. You will get that on site at the conference, and it's $100 Visa gift card. It's usually a Visa gift card or American Express. However, you will receive that the day at the conference. And we can go, and we'll have questions at the end, so you'll be able to ask me a ton of questions. But I want to get into and let my colleagues talk about their programs. So now Damian will come back and talk about his program.
Hello, everyone. I'm Damian Cabrera Candelaria, and I'm the program manager for the treatment division at Mbac. And I am also born and raised in Puerto Rico, so I am super happy that USCHA is coming to Puerto Rico. I'm so happy to welcome you all. I know it's going to be amazing, and also make sure that after the conference, you take some time to explore the island. I know it's going to be fun for everyone. So next slide, please. And the HIV 50 plus scholarship is not only a scholarship for USCHA, but it also is the kind of the entry to the HIV 50 plus strong and healthy program. And the program objectives are, as you can see on the screen, first to build community. If there is something that we have heard on and on about 50 plus communities, is isolation. So we try to build community even in virtual spaces to make sure that we reduce the level of isolation, and also to increase awareness and to provide education around comorbidities, and also to make sure that we not only provide that education, but we also provide leadership and advocacy trainings so that folks can take this information and then take it over to their peers in their communities and pass along that information, looking for political action and also for community mobilization. Next slide, please. And specifically speaking about the USCHA scholarship, so we identify, we're going to be selecting 50 plus scholars. 25 will be from previous members, and 25 will be new members. They all have to apply, even the previous members. So the process is exactly the same for everyone. And during the conference, scholars will follow the HIV and aging pathway. This is a pathway specifically designed to talk about HIV and aging, advocacy, social justice, and clinical care, specifically impacting those living with HIV who are 50 plus and over. And we also know that USCHA can at times be overwhelming. There's a lot of things happening. There's a lot of networking happening. So we want to make sure that we also provide a space where you can go, chill, rest, talk to other peers. And that's why we are also going to be having an HIV 50 plus lounge where you can meet your peers. And after the meeting, we are going to be reaching out to a couple of the scholars to provide their personal stories and to be featured on Nmac's newsletter. Also, I know that Darnell, is our social media coordinator, is going to be talking about a different scholarship on social media, but this is an added, even in collaboration with communications, but this is a particular component of HIV 50 plus strong and healthy program, where we are going to be, those who are attending USCHA, we are going to be asking them to use their social media skills, to use their social media network, to put out the information on USCHA to those that weren't able to attend. And essentially, it's to spread the word around HIV prevention, care, treatment, and other things around HIV and aging that we will be talking about in the conference. And Nmac is also going to be providing the training on social media needed to make sure that that message is amplified through the different social media networks. Another component of this, remember that I mentioned that this is not only for attending USCHA, but also the entry to the program. And another component and an additional component of the program is the peer education project. So we have designed two different curriculums. One is regarding healthy living, and another one is about policy and advocacy. And then what we do is that we train the folks in the program so that they can go to the communities and pass along this information. And healthy living talks about comorbidities, but also talks about, for example, how exercise impacts your life and the importance of eating well. And policy and advocacy specifically talks about how you can take action, for example, at the state and also at the national level. And these trainings will be made available through the Nmax learning management system. They have been recorded in English and Spanish, so they can be accessible at the time whenever folks have the availability. And then at the end, you will receive a certification after completing these trainings. Also, another component is that we develop webinars around HIV and aging, and these trainings are customized for talking about advocacy, social justice, and everything that impacts folks living and aging with HIV. And there you can see an example in a collaboration that we did with the O'Neill Institute. And this webinar was titled Meeting the Needs of People Aging with HIV on the Path to Ending the HIV Epidemic. And this is just an example so that you can all get a taste of what these webinars look like. Next, please. Another component is that we know that it's important for the community to see themselves represented on social media campaigns. So that's why, in recognizing that there's a lack of images that appeal 50 plus folks, we are going to be designing a social media campaign to first help improve the social media presence of the members of the program, but also to make sure that others know about the issues impacting this community with visuals that actually represent the community. And also, we will be super active on HIV on Facebook. You don't have to be a member of the program to join our Facebook group. You can look it up. It's HIV 50 plus strong and healthy. If you're a person living with HIV who is 50 plus and over, you may join the group. Make sure that you answer the questions, and we will accept you as part of the group. And we also have social media events. We also do Facebook lives. So make sure you don't miss that. Next slide, please. And also, as part of our advocacy efforts, we have designed a national HIV and aging advocacy network that is led by 50 plus folks. And this is a network of folks that are looking for advocating for the collective and cumulative interests of persons aging with HIV. And we have different groups. Just to give you an example, we have a special interest group about verticals. We have an additional group of heterosexual folks. We have a variety of groups that specifically tackle the different aspects of HIV and aging. And again, this is another component that you don't necessarily need to be part of the HIV 50 plus strong and healthy program. The application is there on the screen. So if you would like to join us, make sure that you fill the survey and we will contact you. Next slide, please. And now I will leave you all with Gabriela Spencer.
Hello, everyone, and thank you, Damian, for the introduction. I'll discuss the Vive Youth Initiative. So the Youth Initiative is sponsored by Vive Healthcare. The program aims to assist young leaders in the fight to end the HIV epidemic and becoming more effective and informed health advocates. It's our goal to empower them to become more active in their communities. And each year, the program selects 30 qualified youth ages 18 to 25. So we have no other criteria except for a great application, but 18 to 25, you do not have to be a person living with HIV. You can be literally anyone as long as you're 18 to 25 and you have a great application. So both living with HIV and HIV negative allies to build their capacity to partner with local community agencies. This partnership provides education for youth to influence HIV prevention and service delivery in their communities. Youth scholars will have the opportunity to participate in trainings at USCHA and post-conference professional development webinars. So we'll have some webinars leading up to USCHA just to get acclimated to the program. The program is 10 months long and it will begin in August 2022 and end in June 2023. And so these in-person trainings will be conducted at USCHA, and travel, lodging, stipend will all be covered by the Youth Initiative. Virtual and in-person trainings are to prepare the scholars to plan and facilitate their own HIV community project and awareness day project. And once again, the program is 10 months long, beginning August 2022 and ending June 2023. So here are some of the curriculum topics that we'll touch on within the 10-month tenure of the program. We'll discuss stigma in HIV, health literacy and communication, public health program planning, biomedical prevention strategies, HIV epidemiology, professional development speakers. We'll have people come in and talk about how they can develop professionally. And we'll also have job readiness and resume workshops. So here are some of the key commitments for the Youth Initiative. Youth must be available for the webinars and the USCHA conference, partner with local HIV prevention care organizations to facilitate projects, create HIV community project and awareness day project, and be willing to partner and work in teams with other youth and young leaders. I will pass it off to Darnell to talk about the social media fellowship.
Hello, everyone. My name is Darnell Green. I'm the social media coordinator here at Mbac. And so basically, I'll break down the social media fellowship to you guys. So the social media fellowship is about a 4-month process. It's about from August to December. The fellowship will cater to our social media branding and brand awareness. If you apply for the scholarship, of course, it comes with USCA registration, 4 nights at the conference hotel, and a round trip coach ticket. Recipients will be basically the Mbac social media team at USCHA. So that means that you would have, your phones or iPads, something that we would provide or something that you already have, using those different things to record sessions, record the plenaries, or record the luncheons, different things of that nature, so that we can have that footage for social media. We would have 4 monthly calls and / trainings, which will take place during the fellowship. So it's probably one in August, one in September, one right before we leave for USCHA, and then maybe one right after in December to recap the whole fellowship. We'll also get you some Mbac swag, that says Mbac social media team, social media fellowship, and we're just gonna make sure that we have fun and be transparent. I'm gonna turn it back over to Shantae.
Awesome. Thanks to all of my colleagues for just doing an amazing job talking about the different types of scholarships that are available. Please note that we will be here to answer questions at the end, but I know that you guys got on to figure out how to start your application, how to get your application in. Once again, that deadline is June the 3rd at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So let's just get into it. So you must go to uscha.life. Once you get to this website, as you can see in the picture, next slide, please. You click on it, and then you'll get this screen right here. And you want to make sure you click here where it says Join Now. Also, if you see up at the top in the right hand, it's a plus sign. You can also click on it if you don't know which application you want to apply for. It's the breakdown of the application. So in case it's on our website, it's on our scholarship application, it's all over. So if you have any questions about that, definitely go back and look at it. Please note that you can only apply for one scholarship. I know they all look so attractive and so good, and you might just want to apply for all of them, but however, it's only set up for you to apply to one. So before you apply, just think about it. Just think about what makes sense. What's your passion? What do you like to do? If it's social media, if none of them appeal to you, you can always go back to the option B. But just make sure you only choose one, and the system only going to let you choose one. Next. So first you have to start an account. First thing you have to do is agree to the privacy notice. We cannot get around that. This is your information. You have to know that it's the privacy notice on it. So make sure you click the checkbox and type in your name for the signature. It will not let you get to the application until this is done. Make sure you complete all fields with the red asterisk. It's very important. Also, you must create an access key. In our world, it's called password. In the application world, it's called access key. So it's the same thing. Come up with something unique. Also come up with a password that you want to remember. You may want to log back into your account to see if you've been awarded. You might want to log back to your account to update it, to change your email, but just make sure that you have the password. The other thing that's very important, I suggest you don't use your work email. You might want to use like your private email. And so many times that we send out emails, they will bounce back or they go into the spam. So if you use your private email, we can make sure that you get it. But just remember your email, because all our correspondence will go to the email that you have on file. So just double check to make sure that the information is correct. We don't want you to miss any opportunities. Once you're logged on, you're required to add your first name, last name, email, cell phone, city, state, company, organization, institution, and credentials. However, you could hit not applicable, and it will go on to the next one. Once you're done, click update account. So here's the most important part. These two green checks, that means you did something right, that you're on the right track. If it's one have an X on it and one have a green check, please note that the system will not allow you to go any further unless you have two green checks, which means one, that you have completed all of your demographics, your applicant demographics, and you hit submit. And then two, you have finished all of your scholarship questionnaire. The system will not let you submit unless you have done all of the questions. It's not a way that you could come back and do it again. You have to do it all. However, the great thing is you have to about June the 2nd to update your information. So you may not get it all done in one day, and you might want to come back and do it. You could keep coming back as much as you want. But here's the thing. You have to hit the submit button. And if you see it at the bottom, it says save submission. You must save your submission to be awarded a scholarship. So make sure you save it so the reviewers can review your scholarship. So here's our scholarship questionnaire. Every year we have about 7 to 8 questions. Please note that some of the questions have a 50-word minimum, which meaning that you must hit the 50 minimum mark before you can move on to the next question. I always suggest to jot the questions down. You can go to a Word document and type it all up and then come back and cut and paste, but just make sure you are hitting that 50-word minimum mark. Next. You submitted. What's next? This is the best part. This is what you want to know. Once you have submitted everything, you will get this email, a confirmation email. It'll tell you that you could contact me, of course. But however, what's more important is it says you can access your scholarship anytime. And that means anytime until June the 3rd at 5 p.m. After June the 3rd, 5 p.m., you can no longer access your account. However, you can go back to this confirmation email that you will receive and click on here, and then you can go inside your application and update it as many times until June the 3rd. So that's why I say it's really important to have a correct email address so you can receive this information. And also, if you have any questions, my name and email is on all the confirmation emails. Also, you could contact us at conferences@mbac.org, and we can make sure we get you the right information. All right, next. So let's go over the tips for success. Like, let's talk about how you can get a scholarship. Number one, fill out the entire scholarship application. I don't know how long it takes, 15 minutes to 15 hours. Fill it out. It's so important. Once our reviewers are reviewing it, they want to know that you put some time and energy into your scholarship application. And they can tell, it's a tell if it's one sentence, two sentences, three sentences, they can tell that you put your time and energy to it. So please fill out the entire scholarship application. Number two, have a peer or colleague review the application before you submit it. Just have them look at it. Just say, hey, do this look right to you? Am I missing anything? Should I add something? Just have a colleague just look over it or a peer look over it. And it shouldn't take long because it's not that many questions. Also, answer all questions in complete sentences and check for grammatical errors. We need to know where to stop at. So we need to stop at the period or the comma. So just make sure you're looking at the grammatical error so we can read it the way it should be read. Be yourself. We love heartfelt stories. Be yourself. It's okay. We just love it. Just be yourself. Number five, give yourself time to think out each question. So as I said before, start the application immediately after this call. Just go ahead and get started. Do not use abbreviations. We talk about this all the time. Everyone knows what HIV means, but a lot of people don't know what OMG, nobody knows HVA. So it's so many other abbreviations that we know in the HIV world. However, we don't know if the reviewer will know what it means. And you want to make sure the reviewer is knowing exactly what you mean. Complete your scholarship, not by February. It's complete your scholarship by June the 3rd, 2022, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next. So now I'm going to have my colleagues come back on, and we're going to answer the questions. This is your time for any questions about any program. This is your time to ask us. We are here. We're here to 3, and it's only 2:30. So Darnell will be our facilitator for this. Darnell will be letting us know the questions. Please write them in a box to your right of you, and we'll be here to answer.
First question. Is this conference a part of the Hopper program? And if so, what elements of Hopper will be presented during the conference?
So this conference is not a part of the Hopper program. However, we will have Hopper workshops there.
How does the social media work? So there's 2 different social media scholarships. There's 1 through 50 plus. Only the 50 plus people can apply for that one. And then there's 1 through Mbac as a whole. And how that one works is you apply both of them the same way. They both have training sessions that train you on how to brand your social media with a national company. Also, they both come with the expenses to the conference.
And also, so it's not 50 plus social media, it's the HIV 50 plus. Social media is just one component of that of it. And then it's a social media process as well. So it's two different things. One, I'm just a component of one, and one is strictly for social media. And you will be responsible. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, and then you will be responsible to do some things at the conference around the social media.
For scholarship option B, what is the per day rate for the hotel? Will we have to have 2 separate bookings and have to check out of the room and back in our own booking? Thank you.
Sure, thanks for asking that. So for option B, and actually for all the scholarships, we have 3 different hotel rooms. We have the Sheraton, we have the Caribe, and we have the Hyatt. However, as of today, we don't know which scholarship applicant will be at which hotel. However, you will receive a scholarship letter, award letter. In your award letter, you will have all the information and your confirmation for your hotel. Once you know your hotel, you can take your confirmation email and you can extend your stay. Just know that you will be responsible for the second portion of your stay.
Do you have to be a paid member of Mbac to be eligible for scholarships?
No, it's open to everyone, but we love when people be members now. So if you want to be a member, it's great as well.
As far as I guess that question wasn't complete. I am on the cusp of 50 plus. I'm 48 and will turn 49 in November. So my question is, can I apply for the 50 plus scholarship?
So we always allow just a tiny bit of space if you're 49 and you're going to be turning 50 as you join the program. Please do. You're welcome to apply. But that's the farthest that we can go.
Was there any eligibility requirements for the social media scholarship? No, there isn't any eligibility. Ooh, that word. Eligibility requirements, but we encourage everyone to apply. When will the start an account be sent out? Yeah, I don't know what that means.
So that's your question. Please clarify your question so we can make sure we get it answered.
Oh, I got the question. Starting an account, is this a new account or can we use the existing account I used for biomedical conference?
So if they're completely different, they do not talk to each other. So each account is different.
If you already filled out the scholarship, can you go back and change your responses? Yes.
Yes, you have until, I would say, to June the 2nd to fill out your to go back and update it.
For the organization budget question, is it the total overall operating budget?
So yeah, it could be the operating budget or the HIV budget.
Okay. Can one person help multiple people apply under the same account? For example, I see it lets me put multiple applicants under my profile as a case manager. Can I have multiple people apply, especially people who do not have computer access?
So no, it won't. It will not allow you to do multiple. Also, you must make sure they all have their separate emails, and with their email goes back to their application, and it's one application per person. So I don't suggest you put multiple people under one scholarship application.
Who are the reviewers? If we do not apply for a scholarship, can we volunteer to be a reviewer?
So you can. So we actually have a CAPS group here at Mbac who review our scholarship application, and it's a blind review. So names, emails, any personal information is not. They don't get to see. They basically look at the questions, and everything is viewed from the questions.
How many from each program do you accept?
So we're not sure yet.
From our director, there will be a housing pathway of workshops. So she wanted you guys to know that as well.
Yes.
For social media scholarship, is there an age requirement? No. For organizations who will be having several folks apply, is there a limit on how many people per agency can get a scholarship across the different categories?
Absolutely. So it's one scholarship per organization. However, it may be sometime that if people are, if the applicant is trying to get a different one, so it won't be like 2 option Bs at the same organization, but you may be able to get like one person with social media and one person with option B. But however, we try to stick to one person per organization.
What is the criteria for applying for the social media scholarship? Apply.
So the social media is open, just like the option B and option A. It's one of those that it doesn't have any criteria around it. However, you must be social media savvy because there is a lot of social media work that goes into it. So if you're into Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, those are the things that you will have to know to receive this scholarship.
How many people will be chosen for the social media scholarship?
So we really don't know at this point. So it's still early, and we don't know how many applicants we've received yet.
What date will the scholarship letters go out?
So they will go out by the end of June.
How do you check the status of your application?
So you can check the status of your application. This is the reason why I say it's important to have a great email. You will receive an email from us that will come from the system about your if you've been awarded or not. And you will receive an email, and I should say you receive an email regardless whether you received the award or not. So you will hear something back from us by the end of June.
How do we confirm we are able to use our registration from last year?
So if you had a registration from last year, emails went out in February to everyone who had a transfer.
Okay. During the time of filling out the application, it stated that we had to fill out the application before April 15th. This was an online application that was stated this.
So I don't think so. Well, I'm not sure where you've seen that at, but definitely it's by June the 3rd.
I'm turning 57 in September. I still can apply for 50 plus? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, of course.
We've already answered when will the response come out. What is the time per week / overall time requirement for the Youth Initiative program?
Sorry. So you'll have about 2 monthly webinars, and then all of USCHA will be meeting in person. So about 10 hours a month, maybe less than.
I did my registration. I received the confirmation, but I didn't fill out any questionnaire. Is it okay?
So I'm not sure of that question, but any registration questions, please contact conferences@mbac.org.
I saw on the site while we invite all employees, directors, and volunteers who meet the above criteria to submit a scholarship application, only one scholarship per agency will be awarded. Would you recommend program managers or directors submit a scholarship on behalf of their whole team / staff rather than having individual team members apply?
So it's definitely individual. We don't want anyone applying on your behalf. We actually will want you to apply. I think it takes, if you get, if the manager start doing it, it just takes away from you. It takes away from your application. We kind of want to hear your story and how you feel.
If you were awarded a scholarship in the past, are you eligible to receive another?
So you are eligible to receive another one. However, we give preference to first-time scholarship awardee. And I must say, with the HIV 50 plus, There are only 25 new slots available. So HIV 50 plus is a little bit different because they bring in 25 people from the year before, and then they add 25 new people to that.
Is there a difference in the type of flight that the youth scholars will be on? I saw that one scholarship had economy versus coach.
There is no difference. It's whatever flight is within our budget. So we will not be putting anyone on first class, though.
The answer to one of the questions earlier, our directors submitted that the rates range from the different hotels from 189 to 204 across all 3 hotels. Next question, and does this restriction only apply to the option A or option B scholarship or to all scholarship? Well, I don't see the restriction.
So there's no restrictions. Please, you might want to clarify what you mean by restrictions.
On the social media application, one of the questions doesn't appear complete, being that social media is the new ...
So we will see what the issue is and update it on our part. Also, I just want one more thing. There will be a housing pathway of workshops. So I think someone asked that earlier, but it'll definitely be a housing pathway of workshop. Those workshops are curve rated and not a part of the abstract process. Also, the hotel rates range from 189 to 204. And then for social media, we do know that, okay, not the social media, I'm sorry.
You're good.
All right.
Do we only get one sentence to describe ourselves in the application? On my end, I read the instructions say to include one sentence about ourselves, but I just heard we can write stories and personal information.
So no, the first line of when you get in is literally one sentence about yourself. Nothing more, nothing less. One sentence. And
do we have to have a large...
one sentence will, the great thing about that one sentence, the reviewers will be able to see that one sentence.
Do we have to have a large social media following platform to apply for that scholarship? No, just want you to be social media savvy. It's not about having a big following. It's more so about do you actually know how to engage the different platforms, TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, the whole 9 yards. I might have missed this information, but how many scholarships A and B are being offered?
So not sure yet, but we'll let you guys know.
I'm interested in the policy and advocacy scholarship. I'm not quite sure if that's under the 50 plus or am I working in policy as an advocate? Please clarify.
So we don't have a policy and advocate scholarship.
But that's also one of the trainings on the HIV 50 plus to unhealthy program. So if you're a person living with HIV who is also 50 plus, please make sure that you apply.
Can you give the breakdown of scholarships awarded per each type of scholarship?
Yeah, so you might have missed that at the beginning, but it's we'll have this webinar back up, and you can go back and see what's available for each scholarship.
How much time do you give for them? Re-ask that question. What are some of the traits or qualities you are looking for the Vive Youth Initiative?
We're just looking for youth scholars between 18 to 25, dedicated and passionate about HIV and want to become youth leaders and build up their leadership skills and are willing to attend the webinars and USCHA and commit to the program overall in the project. It's a super fun experience. There's bonding. So if you're 18 to 25, join.
Also, if you're stepping into the HIV field, like this is the first way to be introduced to so many people. So if you're looking to get into this field, if this is your major, if this is what your heart say you should be doing, this is the best way. One, to work closely with Mbac, which a lot of people enjoy, and two, to be able to sit down and talk with Paul, which is another thing that people seem to love to do. But this is a good entryway into the HIV field.
Did I hear you right? If you're 48 or 49 years of age, we can apply for the 50+ scholarship?
So if you are 49 and you're going to be turning 50 as the next year, yes, you can apply.
I submitted an abstract. What do I have to do regarding a scholarship?
So abstracts and scholarships are two totally different things. It's just, if you want to apply for the scholarship, you can apply for the scholarship. The abstract process is already closed. They are in a review process, and if you are awarded, you will receive an email from my team.
Do you have a scholarship for 50+ who are not living with HIV, but as an educator for the field 10 years?
No, this scholarship is only for people living with HIV.
Do you need marketing or social media experience to be eligible for the social media scholarship, and will having marketing experience aid in application consideration?
No, but we'll be thankful to have someone who can market the conference.
Do you take letters of support?
No, we don't take letters of support.
Someone say, hey, Shantae.
Hi.
Per tower, the social media will have 20 awards. The youth have approximately 25 scholarships that will go out. Are the applications different for each scholarship?
So yeah, so the application is geared towards each program. The only one that's general is option A and option B, and social media as well, but you also need to have some type of social media information.
I submitted an abstract. Do I need to create a new profile? Yeah.
Yes, you will need to create a new profile. The abstract and the scholarship is totally different.
Are food vouchers given during your stay?
Food vouchers are not given during the stay.
Can we get a copy of the PowerPoint emailed to us?
So it won't be emailed to you. However, this video will be up on our website by tomorrow evening.
Do you have to be vaccinated and boosted to attend?
So I would say yes. However, we have not made that decision yet. Please check on our website, but we will let you know.
If you use your company email, is it possible to switch it to your personal email?
Absolutely. As I said before, you can go back to your confirmation email and click on the link to go back into your file, and you can update your information.
If you are 50+ and have limited or low social media experience, can you still apply for the 50+ social media component?
So
Yes.
and so we should say again, so it's not a HIV 50 social media. It's a HIV 50 healthy and strong, which comes with several parts. Social media is just a component of it. So you have to be willing to participate in the whole process and not just social media.
Yeah, and after the conference, we offer all the members, the different program components, and you decide whether you want to join those components or not.
I need to follow up on registration. Is there an email? Conferences at Mbac?
Yeah, you can email conferences at Mbac about any registration needs.
PS, y'all are doing a great job.
Thank you.
Hey, Shantae. For the scholarship limit for organizations, does this include clients who get services from the agency and apply?
Yeah, if their email or title, if anything say, if it's under the same umbrella, the same name, it does apply. So if that email address, we look at email address, we look at the name of the organization. If any of those things go back to one place, we can only pick one person from that.
Would there be transportation from our respective hotels to the conference hall?
No, there will be no transportation to the convention center. And this year, if you've been to USCHA before, this year is totally different because we're in Puerto Rico. So of course it's totally different. So they don't have big hotels that can host everyone, which we usually have our conference inside the hotel. So usually it's a one-stop shop. However, this year we have several hotels, and they're not too far from the convention center. Mostly everything, the major things will be at the convention center.
Do you have to be affiliated with an agency to apply? What do you put if you aren't affiliated with any agency for budget and other items?
You can put not applicable, and you do not have to be affiliated with an organization.
Thank you for your presentation. Okay.
You're welcome.
This was online when I filled out the application, and others had also informed me that I couldn't wait to fill out my application. Thank you. That's another thank you notice.
You're welcome.
If we get picked, do we have to pay for our tickets and then get reimbursed?
So it depends on, so this is very important. Thank you for asking that. So please make sure it depends on what application you are applying for. Please note option A and option B does not come with any type of transportation. So we do not pay for transportation. You will have to pay for that on your own. Please note that HI 50 plus, social media, and Vive Youth only provide transportation. So just make sure you picking the right one. Also, we book the flights for you. So several things that we do, I should say, several things that we do. We book your hotel room. You don't have to call the hotel. You don't have to do any of those things. We do that. Mbac staff will do that for you. We register you. You don't have to worry about being registered. We will register you once you've been awarded and accepted your scholarship. Also, we book your transportation. We have a travel company that you guys will work with to book your own transportation, long as it's within our budget. But you will work with our travel agent, so you do not need to go out and pre-book anything. We would do that on our behalf, and if you do, we can't refund you. So I suggest you to hold off and wait to see if our travel, if you've been awarded a scholarship.
Okay. Would there be any assistance or accommodations for those of us who are disabled doing travel, such as disability seating?
So you can work with the travel agent if you have any type of disability, and they will be able to help you with that. Also, you can let us know once you've been awarded a scholarship. You can also let the conference department know, so we can make sure that if we have to book hotel rooms, we're also making sure that we have all that stuff in our system as well.
What types of HIV services does your organization provide? Check all that apply does not allow you to make more than one choice.
So if it don't make you, then check the just check one that's the most familiar with your company. If it doesn't, not allowing you to check all of them.
I'm going to abbreviate this question. Under ethnicity, you don't have an option for multiracial. As a multiracial person, what should I put?
So you can is there, I don't have the application in front of me, but you can send me an email at conference@mbac.org and I can get you the information.
Does this conference end on the 11th or the 12th?
The conference end on the 11th.
I may have
October
missed
the 8th through the 11th.
I may have missed it, but what are the quotes for hotel stay if not awarded a full scholarship?
So the hotels are between $184 to $204 a night plus tax.
How do you become a member of Mbac?
Sure, you can go to our website and click on membership. You can email conferences@mbac.org and we can get you a membership person to make sure you have a membership. We love new members.
When I open the scholarship, I only see the scholarship applicant. Please provide a one-sentence description about the scholarship applicant question. Is this correct? I'm unable to see the rest of the questions.
Yes, you should be able to see the rest of the questions.
If you use your company email on the application, is it possible to switch your personal email? Yes.
Yes, you can go back into your profile and update it at any time.
If someone who received a scholarship cannot make it, will the scholarship be awarded to another person?
No, it will not.
Will the Gay Men of Color Fellowship be invited to attend?
So we don't have a Gay Men of Color specific scholarship, but Gay Men of Color members are open to apply any of the scholarships that apply to you.
What is the overall number of people expected to be accepted and in attendance to this entire conference?
I would say over 1,500 people.
For the social media component for the 50+ scholarship, will it be similar to the social media activities or just a snapshot of social media?
Damian.
Sorry, what was the question again?
They're basically asking, will the social media aspect in 50+ be as extensive as it for the social media scholarship, or will it just be a snapshot?
So it would be just for USCHA, and again, it's similar to what Darnell was describing. Essentially, what we want you is to, let's say you go to a session and you like what they're saying, and then you want to take a picture or a video, and then you want to post it on your social media. But that's essentially what it entails. It's specific only to USCHA as an event.
Per the director, we will have shuttles from the Caribe Hilton. That's the only hotel that we will have shuttles to and from the conventions. Will there be transportation from the airport to the hotel?
So we do not offer transportation to and from the hotel. So that's another expense that you should prepare for. But also don't forget, once you get to the conference, some of the scholarships come with a per diem that you would get on a Visa gift card or Amex gift card.
For the hotel, will you have to share a room?
No rooms are shared. Thank you.
If awarded the scholarship that includes the hotel, do you need to have a credit card for incidentals?
You definitely must have a credit card for incidentals. And we can tell you how much it will cost. I don't know off the top of my head because I'm not sure which hotel, but you would definitely need a credit card.
This one, the slides will be posted on the website, so you'll be able to see the eligibility for the different scholarships.
Yes, also, if you go to our website, uscha.life, you can also see all the information that we kind of explained today on our website as well. So if you don't want to wait until tomorrow, the information is already up there. Also, if you go inside the scholarship application, the information is also there as well. So we got it in several different places. So you might not even have to wait for this webinar. Just know that it was already around everywhere. So
Are the hotels walkable between the hotels and the conference site? Can you apply for more than one scholarship? No.
So you can apply for more than one scholarship. The system will not even let you apply for more than one scholarship. So it's best that you pick the one that's close to what you would like to do. Also, for the credit card question, if you do not have if you are awarded a scholarship and you do not have a credit card, you can let us know and we can see what we can do on our end.
Will they be able to use a debit card? That was the next question.
So you can use a debit card, but I don't suggest using a debit card. They actually take out the money right then. It's not a hold. They actually take out all of the money on your debit card. So I know it's been times when people didn't have any money left because the money was taken out for incidentals.
And final question, a few more now. The per diem is per day?
No, so the per diem is a one-time per diem, and each program have different per diems, and you'll get it once you register at the conference on site.
Does credit also equate to prepaid cards?
I would think prepaid cards will be more like a debit card, so it probably will come out. Be careful with using prepaid cards and hotel because the money will come out automatically, and it will probably take 3 to 6 business days to return the money. So try not. I would say try not to use that.
Are meals included?
Breakfast and lunch will be included.
And I think that's all our questions.
Really? You guys really put us to the test today.
There is one more question, but I think you already answered that one.
Oh, no problem.
Black and Hispanic, what do I put on the application?
I didn't hear you.
I'm Black and Hispanic, what do I put on the application?
I thought it was a other that you could have write in, but I will check in and see. You can send me a message at conferences@mbac.org and I'll check in to see.
And yep, there's everything. That's all the questions.
All right. Well, thank you all. This has been amazing. Like I do this all the time. I have never got this many questions. So thank you for keeping me on my toes today. We truly, truly, truly look forward to having you guys join us at the conference. And I should say that if you're not awarded a scholarship, we do also offer an early bird registration fee. So we still can get you in at the early bird rate if you're not awarded a scholarship. But however, we want you all to win a scholarship to USCHA. We are thankful for you guys coming here today. If you have any questions, you can email us at conferences@mbac.org. I will be able, and it could be any question about any program, and we'll filter out the programs to the right program manager. Also, remember the deadline of June the 3rd. And I'm hoping to see you all in Puerto Rico. I'm wishing you the best of luck. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us at any time. Any more, Darnell?
There was one more, but I sent the email, so I don't know if they made. But the question was, how much is the stipend for the 50 plus healthy and strong?
So you will get that information in your award letter. All stipends information you will get in your award letter.
Yeah.
Any more?
No, I think that's all of them. All of them. Yep. That's everything.
Well, thank you guys, and it's been a pleasure talking to you guys today. Again, this webinar will be up on our website by tomorrow evening. If you want to check out the scholarship, you can go on the website now. But thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you in Puerto Rico. Have a good one. Bye.